For Module 5.2a, the Educational Technology Tool Evaluation, I chose the Canva program. So Canva is an online design and visual communication platform that has uses and designs that are specific to education. So this, it's actually a website. It's all online, and it was founded in 2013 by two students who were collaborating on doing a yearbook project, and they found that the existing design platforms were really confusing and hard to use. So they pitched the idea to investors and making Canva what it is today. So some of the main functions are just to create visually appealing content. And there's lots of templates to choose from, and you can also start from scratch. The tool's educational purpose is to create presentations. You can make lesson plans, worksheets, graphic organizers for students to use. Also, in some of the upper grades, you can offer multiple methods for students to demonstrate their learning through Canva projects, presentations, newsletters, things like that. Everything can be customized, so you can make sure everything aligns with the high quality instructional materials that you're using. Some schools do allow Canva for student use. I know at my own child's middle school, they can use it. But for this purpose, I'm really just looking at Canva for teacher use since I work in an elementary school. So some of the teaching and learning challenges that Canva can address are just the challenges of having to create stuff that looks good and that people and students want to look at. So it really helps you stay organized. It can center things, keeping the color scheme all cohesive. It just makes things look so much neater. And even if you're not a creative person, it can make you look like you are. I think for students, it could help them be more engaged because they are using something that is a little more creative to show what they've learned. It also can help you create individualized, differentiated materials quickly, and I'll demonstrate that later. So this can be used on a computer, PC, Mac. I've used it on both of these computers, and it's fairly easy to use. One of the really cool things that Canva can do is it can communicate with your learning management system. So through Knox County Schools, they use Canvas. And so you can actually create things in Canva and send them directly to Canvas. And actually, I just completed a professional development course on Canva through Knox County Schools. So it can teach you how to make these connections easier. So this is what the home screen looks like, and you can actually see it says recent designs. You can see this very presentation that I created, the Canva presentation, and you can see some of the other things I've worked on. So some of the educational benefits are that you can use this with Canvas and to make your worksheets. One of the parts on the website that I found very helpful was this teacher resources page. They have something called Canva Design School, and I really think you could spend a lot of time here learning how to do whatever it is that you teach. Like, so I specifically have made a lot of handwriting worksheets, and those are so easy to generate, but this resource can help you if you have something a little more complicated. So here is a video I created, and this is what the homepage looks like, and you can see where you can go and create a new design. And you can actually go over there to the education tab. It looks like a little graduation cap. And you can see where you can create a worksheet. And there I am creating a new one there. And I'm typing in exactly what I want. And I'm wanting to create a handwriting practice page. And I can actually adjust this text and make it say whatever I like. And here, like you can have students write their own names, maybe an inspirational quote, or if they're just needing to learn to write numbers, you can customize it to really do whatever it is that you want. Everything saves automatically. So once you have done that, it will appear back on your recent designs page. This is another document that I created for a student who has a math goal where they have to complete certain operations. And so I created this generic template, and each can be adjusted. You can change the numbers very easily, you can change the operation, but it just looks nice and it's neat. And I wanted the student to have a little bit more room to actually do their work. So I made some more adjustments here for them to do so. It's easy to save these as a PDF to print, but you do have to download them to your computer. So some of the limitations, it did take me some time to learn. I did not take any of the courses until I did this project. So it really was pretty easy to figure out if you're somewhat used to working on a computer. Another issue that others complain about is storage. A lot of these documents do take up a lot of space on your computer. So cost analysis, Canva does have a free version. However, most schools, if you have a school email address, you get the free Canva for Educators Canva, which has everything that you could need. There are also some other, as you can see, the Canva for Teams, the Pro version, maybe for graphic designers. Those could be good. However, I don't really see a need for that for a teacher. But really, all in all, free is a great deal. As far as privacy and security, um, on the website, Canva does say that they are COPPRA and FERPA compliant. There are some issues with the privacy policy, like they will collect the information that you provide. So if you did write any students' names or use any images, those do become the products that Canva can use. This includes any text or photos, but you can opt out of sharing information with them. But you just have to dig in and find that. It also does say that anyone under the age of 13, it's not recommended for, but really you don't even have to prove that. You just click that you're over 13. I do think that that could become an issue if students were using it just because of the data collection. But as I said, I'm really only looking at this for teacher use. As far as my conclusion and recommendation, I definitely recommend using this. It really makes your projects and your stuff look very professional and appealing, and everything I've used, my students have enjoyed. That's it.